Alrighty. Thanks again for joining us for another interesting episode of the Football Fan Zone. Another weekend of Premier League football has come and gone, and there has been some thrills, spills, and fun all the way through. So as usual, we're here to dissect all the action. Here we have the usual suspects in the house. Chooks is here. Chooks, the Arsenal fan. Chooks, how are you feeling? The elephant is on top of the tree right now.
We left too late. We left too late on Saturday, but it's
Yeah,
nice to be up here for at least international break.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, exactly. So there's no Premier League football until the international break, of course. Right. So cool. The Adams is also here with us. The Adams, how are you doing? Chelsea has made your evening.
Yo,
What?
3 points, man. 3 points in the back. A lot of people can't say you can't say the same. We can't say the same about you, Pius. Three
Yeah,
points.
I know. No 3 points for me this weekend. Yeah, but at least Chelsea, still in 11th position. No movement on the table.
We did not move after that 3 points.
Did not move. They didn't move.
we have a game in hand though, so
And FC. Your game,
Child.
your game you had is against Spurs, so
oh,
that's interesting.
that's piece of cake. That's not even. I'm not even breaking a sweat, bro.
Uh,
Uzo knows. He knows. Right. I went
Champions
to stay. We
Champions League
went to
team,
stay,
Tottenham.
but they are coming to Stamford Bridge, bro. It's Spurs. It's Spurs.
So Chelsea has a good record against Spurs. Yeah, I think it's really a Stamford Bridge. Okay, all right. Let's dive into it. So the agenda for today will be to look at the Premier League fixtures as usual. There's only one place to start. The game of the weekend at Anfield. Two title chasers went head to head. The game ended one apiece. It was from speaking as a Liverpool fan, or even trying to be neutral on my assessment of the game. It was a fantastic game. Both teams really gave it their all. It was all those kind of, it was like 100 and something miles per hour. Action back and forth. Attack and defense. So it was a splendid game. But it's like the table kind of like translate right now. The result was perfect for us now. A draw was what Arsenal fans were preaching for, praying for, going into the game, and it ended in a draw. So they're on top of the table. But speaking about both teams, I think, I think Liverpool slightly, not speaking as a Liverpool fan, but I think Liverpool slightly edged the game in terms of gilt edge chances. Overall play, it was fantastic. And bearing in mind the team Liverpool put out for the game, as a Liverpool fan, when I saw the team, I was like, no Konate, I was like Kwanzaa, Joe Gomez at left back. It was just like round the pegs in a square hole. I mean, it was just that kind of the team wasn't kind of like the kind of Liverpool team we expect in this particular type of running, but the team was able to pull through. Great performance again. Wataru Endo, Japanese warrior, what a guy, what a signing. Um, Harvey Elliott as well. Good game from him as well. I just felt, at the end of the day, a lot of Liverpool fans, including myself, came out of the game feeling disappointed. We felt that Manchester City was there for the taking. And like you have always maintained throughout the season, Manchester City is not that team we've seen in recent seasons. I'm going to keep on saying it and keep on hammering it, that they are not that team that they were 2-3 seasons ago. And that is why I feel that Arsenal or Liverpool, one of those teams, has a chance to actually win this Premier League title. So I just, looking at Manchester City, find the first 15 minutes of the game, I think they played a bit better than Liverpool, created a few panics in Liverpool defense, but it came to nothing. De Bruyne kind of ineffective. I even felt when Klopp removed De Bruyne and brought in Kovacic, it kind of gives City a bit more momentum, and then it was just an interesting game. Let me just quickly touch on the title race before I bring you guys in, right? So 10 games each for Arsenal, Manchester City, and Liverpool. 30 points up for grabs for all three teams. I just feel, for me, the key will be the away games for those teams. I just feel that is where anybody that is going to win this title has to win It's looking like you have to win all five of your away games to be. If you can't, there's no room for error. You can't afford to drop any points away from home. That's the way I see it. And like I mentioned in previous shows, I think the title is going to be decided on the final day. I just don't see. I just don't see any of the either City or Liverpool anybody going 5, 6, 7 points ahead. Where we'll now say, oh, with maybe 3 games or 4 games to go, somebody has won it. I don't see it. I don't see anybody running away with it like that. I just feel there's still gonna be twists and turns. Like right now, Arsenal is on top, but subsequent weekends, Chooks, I'm sorry, but the top of the table is going to change hands. It's almost inevitable. Like it's just something I see happening. I know Chooks is smart.
Now you know you've enjoyed that top of league juice for 3 months. We have to tell you to come down. Right now it's lonely at the top. Lonely, lonely, lonely.
So I just feel that it's going to change hands and it's going to be decided on the final day of the season. It's going to be another Hollywood ending to the Premier League season to decide who's going to win it. Okay, all right. Let me bring in Chooks now into the discussion. Chooks, before I bring you in, okay, Arsenal as well. Good fight from them. Showed that there's I actually watched the game. I've watched the 90 minutes of the game. You can say I was hate watching. I, I was excited. I was like, Brentford, wow. Fair play to Brentford as well. They really gave us nice scare. At some point, some other fans were like, wow, are we going to draw points here? But fair play to us now. Kai Havertz, coming up clutch again against Brentford. So yeah, it just feels like Arsenal has the minerals this year to go all the way. You just feel like they have the minerals to go all the way. As a Liverpool fan, what I want is I want Arsenal to go find the Champions League, right? I don't want them to get knocked out early. So they
Oh,
just
please.
I don't want them to I don't want them to have their mind just focused on the Premier League because I think right now, out of all the title contenders, Arsenal are playing the best football, to be honest. Now, before the show, I was looking at the stats. Most goals scored, 70 goals. Highest number of clean sheets. David Raya, 9 clean sheets. You know, XG of, what's it called now? Less chances conceded. I think is Arsenal as well as on top. So it just feels like, and then in terms of points against direct rivals, so beat City at the Emirates, beat Liverpool at the Emirates, took a draw at Anfield. They are going to the Etihad after the international break. So it just feels like everything is just pointing towards. If you're looking at all that stats, it just looks like Arsenal is primed to win it. So choose. Let me bring you in. How are you feeling? What are your chances? What do you think are Arsenal's chances? Are you confident that you're not coming down from that top spot all the way to the end of this?
No, no, I think everyone is going. That's why it's going to be tight. Everybody will drop points, but for the first time in a long while, I'm just confident in my own team. I don't have to sit down and be praying for people to drop points. Same way
Yeah,
you feel like the last 10 games you can win all of those 10 games. That's the mindset we have. Like I watched you guys versus City, and to a certain degree they don't look flawless anymore. They just look like if you catch them on the day they're not playing well, like you guys should have won that game.
yeah,
They probably feel like they've escaped a big one there.
yeah,
That went from potentially living with 0 to 1 point. So I feel like Pep will be happy. But now, we're playing them in their own home in front of their fans. I was rooting for a City win just because I felt more comfortable going to the Etihad behind them than ahead of them. But regardless, we can't drop points at the Etihad. I don't know if we'll win, but we can't leave the Etihad with zero.
yeah,
To the Brentford game, it's just more of the same things that we've seen. The new players we bought, Kai Havertz, all of you here doubted that guy.
yeah. True, true.
His main hater is at the tailor collecting measurements. When he comes back, we'll talk about Kai Havertz. Everybody doubted him. When I called him a Swiss Army knife, they say he's lazy, they say he's that. But that's just the kind of player you need in the team. Someone that can play multiple positions and still have the common sense to be in dangerous areas. He might
Yeah.
not look, he might not be the most appealing person to watch play ball, but you can't deny he knows how to get into dangerous areas. The most
Yeah.
underrated player for us on Saturday was Ben White. Ben White had a crazy game. Then even Rice scoring two, and we go down 1-1 from that Ramsdale mistake. And I won't lie to you, a lot of at least the Arsenal fans I know weren't panicked per se. I just felt like we're going to score. Although we left it really when it got to 80th minute, I was my heart was in my hand because I'm also thinking if I'm going to drop points, it can't be at home. It's the away games, like I said, it's the away games where if you drop points, you can somewhat live with it. But all the home games, the next 5 home games is 15 points. No matter who you are playing, is 15. You have to get 15 points.
I have something to say about that,
Oh yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
I'll
Of
be on
Arsenal
record saying
players.
it, bro.
The next
I'll be
5 home games have to be 15 points. At
we'll
least
be
for my
here.
own club.
We'll be
And-
here. We'll be here.
You have to get 15 points.
We'll be
If
here.
if you want to peel away in this title race, you can't
Yeah,
drop points at home.
you can't.
Because I feel like City won't drop points at home. Like they're not going to lose at home. Liverpool obviously are not going to lose at Anfield. So that's the same mindset I have for my own team too. Especially when like the Brentford game, that first half reminds me of previous seasons with Arsenal. Total dominance and you give them a goal. The Ramsdale mistake is like
Yeah.
we're dominating chance after chance and you're gonna give them a goal. So I'm happy that's probably his last game in this team. Hopefully Raya doesn't get injured and we need everybody healthy. I feel like that's what differentiates us from City and Liverpool is we have everyone coming back, a full 11. Last year when we lost Saliba, you guys saw what happened. Carried a mechanic and put him in center back. Same guy that we sold to Palace. Guess how many games he has played this season?
0.
0 games. This is somebody that was brought into the thick of the title race. So that can't happen. Like this season, all our important players, our manager has done a great job of managing them. Like Tomiyasu apparently has been nursing an injury, and the manager is like, "You're not playing. You're going to get fit." Even Thomas Partey coming back. Like all these guys after the international break, they're all going to see important minutes. So I'm as confident as ever because after international break, I don't think we have any other injuries anymore.
Yeah, I think everybody's back. I saw Julian Timber is back in training.
Yeah,
Tommy,
he's back in training. Say he's expected to be in the match day lineup for Man City. I really don't think he's going to play this season. They might be teasing, but his full contact in training. I don't know how he healed his ACL that quick.
yeah.
But it's all good to see, especially for like team morale. Like everyone, one thing I know rivals cannot deny. You might hate the fans, but there's a togetherness with our fan base for the first time in so long. And it might not be beautiful for other people to see. But someone like me that has been in this fan base when it was toxic, the Obama era, guy wearing big glasses and carrying gold chain to training, coming late for the North London derby. And now you see like when we score goals, like the Havertz winner, I was watching back the highlights, and since I've gone to the Emirates before, like you just hear everybody shouting. Saliba came to the crowd, like it's one of those things where the whole fan base, the team is together. If I was to say anybody deserves the title, should be
Oh
us.
no,
But
bro. There's nothing like
but
nobody deserves no title,
but
bro. Yo,
but as we all know, this sport does not love anybody. So
he
you have
said
to go.
deserve.
You have to go
He
and
said
get it.
he said
You
they
have to
deserve. They
okay, so
deserve the title.
You have
Adams,
to go and get it.
let's bring Adams in. So the Adams, as a neutral here, in this title race discussion, what do you have to say? Man City, Liverpool 1-1, Arsenal winning later at Brentford 2-1. What do you have to say, like in general?
Bro,
Um,
I won't lie, man. That was some beautiful football that I watched this weekend. But if somebody has never seen the Premier League before and you wanted to show them a game, right? I think that Liverpool versus Man City game is the one they should watch. What a game, bro! It was a beautiful game, man. Both teams, both coaches. It just for my team. I'm sorry to bring my team in. It just shows how far away we are from these guys, bro. You see how they play, how easy it is to create chances, like how momentum can swing from
Yeah,
left to right. It was a really, really nice game. I was, Liverpool, man, like, bro, that game kind of, I was like, man, I think I've been too harsh on these guys, bro. They balled out. And one person that I've been on record probably disrespecting in previous episodes was Van Dijk. I said Van Dijk was not, he wasn't that guy, but yeah, he showed me this season, so far this season, what a guy, what a captain, leader, probably legend for your team, man.
man.
He has put in some spectacular performances throughout the season. I know there was that blip in form, there's that mistake against Arsenal that he made.
Yeah,
Besides that, I don't think he has put a foot wrong.
yeah,
And this is a guy that just come back from ACL injury, I think 2 seasons ago, right? And he
yeah.
had like a very terrible season last year. Like, he was horrible last year. And to be able to bounce back like this, like, he's incredible leading this team.
Just to quickly say something before you come back in, Adams. There was something somebody was saying about Liverpool is that we know all these injuries that Liverpool have had. The one person they cannot afford is Van Dijk. Once Van Dijk is injured, that is like the season is just going to capitulate.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
just organizes that defense, and then he makes some timely blocks, interceptions. What a guy! What a player, man!
Man, what a player! What a player! I like this season so far. I've been impressed, and it has changed a lot. Like, it's changed my perspective about him, right? I was really impressed by how, to me, easily he's probably the best center back this year. All right, I think he deserves it. So, like, even for your team, I would say if the league was to end today, for me, okay, let's say the league ended before you guys went to Man City. Van Dijk could have been the player of the season, in my opinion, or maybe have shouts to be player of the season. What a game! And for Man City, man, somebody was saying, like, how come every time Pep goes to Anfield, he's just like, there's something different. He's not his usual self. His teams look different, right? And yeah, we saw that. We saw that against Liverpool. Like, there was just something missing. Like, they were not the Man City of
Yeah,
old.
they were in the second half. Yeah,
Yeah, they looked very, very anyhow. Like,
yeah.
it was just like they were not a team coached by Pep, and they were there for the taking. But obviously, Liverpool were missing some key players. You guys had Bradley, Kwanzaa. Man, how does Klopp manage to get the best out of these guys? It's just incredible.
That's one
So
thing. That's something that we've always said about Klopp. I think we said it maybe sometimes last week or so. Like, he just gives his player that like confidence. Those, like, I'm sure he just told those guys before the game, you guys are good enough. Just go there and show them what you can do. And I don't know. And then another thing is that it also helps when the team is also like, the
really
team
good.
has, yeah,
Yeah.
there's some good Van Dijk, some senior players there, and the team is not also has that mentality of winning. If you
Yeah.
if you put Kwanzaa now in the Chelsea defense with Disasi and
Oh man. Oh man.
yeah,
Oh
so
man.
it's a different story. So it
Yeah, it
just
will be
helps young
different.
players when the team is doing well.
Yeah.
Bring them
Yeah.
to the team well, and yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, what a game it was, man. I was really happy that, from a neutral perspective, it ended in a draw. I want this thing to be as interesting as possible. Like you said, I want it to get to the last day. And
yeah,
this is where, legends are made. This is where people will never forget your name. Are you going to have an Aguero moment? Are you going to be the guy that for years to come they will be singing eulogies about you? They'll be singing your
that,
name like, oh, yeah, you
oh,
remember that season.
or that Aguero moment.
This is the time. This is the time. And the thing about great players is it's not just talent, is fitness. Like, this is the tail end of the season where bodies start to break down, where people start losing concentration, where mentally, like, you're exhausted. Who has that little bit extra to go through the distance? That little bit extra to that's how most of the quote unquote clutch players, you see them popping up with like 90-minute winners, late minute winners. It's not just about talent, it's their fitness levels. Like, are they
Yeah,
able to sustain their fitness levels so that in games, like when other players are exhausted and tired, they can just pop up. See Van Dijk's late winner against Chelsea to win the cup. They can just pop up and score. So this is where you see the guys that give a little bit extra, right?
Yeah.
This is where you see.
That's what I was also mentioning about the schedule for these teams going into the like final 10 games. That's why I was saying, even though in my heart, right, Arsenal is still in the Champions League. In a way, I don't want them to go out. I want them to
Yeah,
still have something to think about. Like, oh, when they're going into a like weekend, they're like, oh, we have maybe Real Madrid.
Madrid. Imagine they have a Madrid game
I want them. I want them
in
because
between a sports game or something like
exactly.
that.
There
Yeah,
was a season,
yeah,
right? There was a season where Man City had Man U and Liverpool in between. I think they had Man City and Liverpool in between one very crucial Champions League game.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like that I want
And
because
you can't choose between those games. Like you have to
exactly
go. You have to go all out. Yeah,
you have to
you
go
have
all
to
out.
go
So
all out. You have to go.
the other guy they will play like 3 games, like 7 games, 7 games.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
How good you are, and that because looking at Liverpool now, we're still in all 4 competitions right now with the injuries that we have. So I'm just looking like, how are we going to do it? I'm just even happy that our Europa League game we won the first leg 5-1, so we can even say bad as bad. We will not even
yeah,
say yeah.
yeah.
It's crazy because at this stage of the season, still being in all 4 competitions can kill.
Yeah. It can kill you. It can kill
Then
you.
Konate, before the game again, Man City fans were celebrating. The guy got injured in the Europa League game, that first leg. That's how
Yeah,
he knew on this game. And now Klopp is going to be like, okay, when do I? Because he said he might be fit for the. And Klopp will be like, okay, do I bring him in? Do I not bring him in? We have Man U today, So all those kind of things, they are going to play a very
yeah.
crucial
They will
part in the title race.
for sure, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
This, Chicks, you want to say something?
Yeah, I mean that's why I was saying we have our whole squad is back fit.
Yeah,
I too wouldn't want to um drag Champions League if I know I'm not going to win it, but sometimes you never know.
So
I
if you
wouldn't want my players to have that mindset though.
yeah,
Like personally, no, for real, I wouldn't want my players to have that mindset. I want them to play every game like they can win everything.
yeah,
But if it comes down to it, I'd rather we match up with PSG because what happens is I want us to match up with somebody really good. Because imagine you go to the Bernabeu and you beat Madrid in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. You can't tell me that's not going to give every single player insane boost to
yeah,
go kill the next person they meet. But as if you go play, let's say second leg now, they give you. I mean, it looks like all the teams that come to the quarterfinal are all going to be good anyway. But let's say maybe Lazio qualified and you go get Lazio and you beat them, and now semi-final is when you are meeting your first real test.
yes, okay.
Yeah.
I
So
get
yeah.
what? Yeah.
yeah.
What I want is for the quarterfinal,
You want
I
a
need a
big
juggernaut
team.
of a team. I need
Just be
I
asking
need
for
a balanced diet. I will not lie to you. I would love is if it's either Madrid or Man City.
Ooh, that
love
would be
Give us,
that.
tasty.
I
yeah,
would
Man
like
love
City,
give us,
bro. Man City,
love
home and
that.
away. Ma-
The title race.
it will be mad,
Massive.
bro.
yeah, like give us something tough because the thing about especially if you follow football well enough to be long, you have to beat those that are
Oh,
already
you
there.
have to. That that's
Yeah,
So you
that
can't,
that's I always say about all these easy draws. Personally, I don't care about easy draws because if you are going to win, you have to beat the best team, except is Carabao Cup or all those useless cups. I mean, like
yeah,
Champions
if
League
you don't
and
win the Champions League,
yeah,
you have to go through someone that has won it.
you have to, you have
And
to,
at the
you have
very
to.
least, if you don't, then okay, you
Yeah,
need
you
to
know you're not
improve.
ready. You're not ready
But
yet,
for the if I don't know if we're going to beat Porto, but if we get past Porto, that should be the main thing. If we don't, then there's
bro.
one
You
game
guys, you guys are blitzing. But
everything in the league.
I was going to add to what you said about when you guys were 1-1 when it was 1-1. I had no doubts in my mind that you guys were going to score. Like it was like this Arsenal team that's so good. Like I knew that the goal was coming. I didn't want them to score, but I knew that they would find that goal from somewhere. You could just tell.
Yeah,
You could just
that's
tell.
how it should be tomorrow.
Yeah.
yeah.
But deep down, I know what my club is capable of doing to me.
And we'll be there for those
Deep,
moments.
deep down, I still know what these boys
We'll be
can do
there.
to me.
We'll be there. See, it's inevitable. I was telling an Arsenal fan today, it's inevitable. Somebody must collect. Like, this is the way this thing is going. Like, something incredible must happen to one of
Yeah,
the teams. Like, just zero your mind. Is there something the way it looks like Man City might be the team to suffer it, right? And if that happens, maybe all well and good. Maybe too bad for you, Pius. Probably I think because now, if Man City doesn't win, bro, I think it might be Arsenal. I just think it might be Arsenal. I don't know because they are just too good right now. They are
yeah.
just too good. But that goes back to my point of like these are where legends are made. And you guys have those figures. You guys have those guys that have tried it, that have done it. Salah is there, Van Dijk is there. So there are some moments where it has to be the very best of the best that just decides it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So
I,
that's
that
the
coming into the show, I was just thinking that, like I mentioned, like Arsenal right now are the team in terms of out of those three teams going, right? Best defense, highest number of goals, clean sheets. It just looked like Arsenal right now are heading in that direction. Like, oh, that the team that is going to win it. But just as you said, and I was exactly what I was thinking, like maybe some 2 hours ago. I was just thinking because sometimes my mind would just venture off. I'll be like,
you just start thinking
there's
about
no, but sometimes I'll be walking during meetings. My hand I'll just be like, man, this title race is going to be crazy. Just thinking that, I'm just thinking that for me, I might be, I don't know, I won't say I might be wrong, but I just feel like because of the past few seasons, right, Liverpool have those players that have been dead, they've gone
like
dead. There's
everybody
that
has
Van Dijk, there's those, there's that kind of like those
yeah
players that
But
now,
to be honest, I also think that works. I know our first experience was last season, but
yeah,
it's even showing in like the interviews with our own players. They know, like they all
yeah
keep saying they are taking it one game at a time because last season they celebrated a little bit too early. And that's what also making the race fun is Liverpool, City, Arsenal. There's no one that is new to this feeling. Like
yeah,
even after the
new to
Brentford
what
game,
feeling
no,
to
like
winning
being no,
oh
not
okay
winning, but being in a title race where it's not decided. Like if we won the game against Brentford and our players finished the game and everybody's already like, oh yeah, Porto is next. They are not really focused on the race itself. They are focused on the games.
yeah
they are dwelling
Like
too much.
yeah,
yeah
you have to, it's the same thing you hear with like even when like I remember my dad's a Liverpool fan and I was catching up with him a few weeks back and he was saying one thing he regrets whenever he thinks about the club era was he doesn't feel like he enjoyed that Mane and Salah period because for him it felt like he was a player. It was just game result after result after result, and he wasn't really enjoying the games.
he wasn't
It was
living the
more,
moment like soaking it
But
up
yeah, it was more so City have won, we have to win. Doesn't care if it's ugly, if it's good, we have to. And that's how it's feeling for me too now. It's like as Adams is saying, Adams is watching performance. I don't give a damn. I just want 3 points. I don't care if it's 1-0 or 5-0. All I
exactly
want is 3 points.
in a
yeah
title race with City, when like
Especially with City because it's City that makes everybody like this.
yeah,
Because
yeah
no matter how shaky they look, I know Pius, you just know deep down these bastards can win their next 10 games.
yeah,
Like
that is
deep
but
down, like
we've been saying
it's,
this for a while now and I has not seemed to happen
but the thing is, Adams, what pisses me off is Pep has. Did you hear what he said after the City Liverpool game? He goes, "Oh, that see how they needed 99 minutes to even get a draw, and a team like Arsenal needs only 25 minutes
yeah I saw that
to score 3 goals." So he's already peeling himself to being this one, to being the guy now that everybody will say he'll finish third. Next year, they
yeah
go to win their next 2 games.
yeah
So I'm happy nobody is falling for those film tricks.
oh man that's funny
Uzo, can you hear us, Uzo?
Yeah, I can hear everyone.
Okay, good. So just as you joined us, we're talking about the title race. Looking back at the games, Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, Brentford. So we just want to get your perspective, right? The title race based on the games that we played this weekend, and then looking at the way it's shaping up now. So Arsenal are currently on top with goal difference, and then those three teams have 10 games each. go, right? 5 home games, 5 away games. So I think Chooks has mentioned that the 3 teams involved have that kind of like experience of being like this late on in a title kind of like chase or title running. Remembering Arsenal from last season, and then Liverpool and Man City from the previous maybe 4, 5 seasons. They have had that experience of going almost to the wire, trying to fight for the title. And then I brought up the point that, speaking for my team, Liverpool, we have like those players, like those senior players, Salah, Van Dijk. You can even put in maybe Trent Alexander-Arnold or Robertson. Like they've been there those seasons where we've had to go toe to toe with City and then disappointingly lose at the final day with 1 point. And then Arsenal also from last season as well. Chooks mentioned that something that maybe they've learned from last season, this season is that they're not dwelling too much on the result, right? So like this weekend they defeated Brentford. There was not so much elaborate celebration. It's just like, okay, what's the next game? Porto at home in the Champions League. We just have to make sure we do the business. So based on all those things, those points I've raised, like, what's your take? Like, what's your assessment on the title race right now?
Yeah, that's all. That's all well said. I'm surprised we didn't start with the Inspire win by Mauricio Pochettino's boys this weekend. I personally, I thought that was the game of the week. I would love to get into how 11th place has finally, beat 10th place, but since you're forcing me to start at the top of the table, boy, I have no choice. I don't know. All in my head was just Nico Jackson and
Bro,
Shiver celebration, but
Oh my goodness.
On a serious note though, yeah, I think I was telling Chooks, off cam, I was saying that I think that if Liverpool will beat City, and this was before the game, I was like, if Liverpool win this game, they've won the league. And I don't know if he wants to disclose this on cam, but we both kind of agreed, like, if they win this game, they've probably won the league, because what that would have done is that would have kept them at a healthy gap with no necessarily like difficult games left to play. Because I think Liverpool has the easiest of the run-ins. If you're not really taking Man United away as as a game that's really that difficult, which, if we're all being honest, like, Man United away is not as difficult as Spurs away that Arsenal have to go to.
There you go again.
City have to come to Spurs away as well. So comparatively, I'm like, yeah, the only tricky game that I would say Liverpool would have left then would be Spurs at Anfield. But honestly, let's be real, that's not really tricky. For Liverpool, that's not tricky at all. It's a place that they've won pretty much consistently almost every season, besides the draw that we got when we were going for top 4. So I thought if they won that game, that would pretty much have been the league for me. But because it ended in a draw, I think what that does is it just keeps the race evenly open. If we're to lean on experience, I think that this is going to go down to the final day for all 3 teams. Like, I don't, and I'm not one for conspiracies, right? And I hate when people like hyper fixate on little elements of variance in the game, because sports are about variance. One missed call is a domino effect to a whole bunch of other realities and possibilities that could have happened. But at the end of the day, it's human beings refereeing the sport, it's human beings making the laws, it's human beings that are enforcing the laws. So it will never be perfect, right? There's always going to be variance. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I think it is in the best interest of the league to keep the race going until the final day for all 3 teams. We've seen a head-to-head race go down the wire. We've seen Arsenal challenge City. We've seen Liverpool push City to within 1 point. What we haven't really seen in the modern day Premier League is a 3-horse race that goes down to the final day. How exciting would that be? Now you're talking about potentially 3 fixtures that are absolutely box office, that are all going on at the same time, and everyone is just absolutely glued to the screens. One goal can mean anything, whatever, whoop-de-whoop, right? So with 10 games left, it's going to be 10 finals for both teams. Liverpool have done this before, so I don't envision that they're going to be falling away. Honestly, that performance against City tells me Liverpool are going to be just fine. They're not going to be dropping any points that I don't think they should be. Arsenal, I think Arsenal are the best performing team of the three right now. So they're at their peak. They're peaking at the right time. They're in form. They've got their tails up. And if we're being honest, besides the tricky game at Spurs and then the Etihad 6-pointer, I don't really see that many, you know what I mean? Like Chelsea, sure, but Chelsea are coming to the Emirates.
Yeah.
That's not going to be a pleasant sight for them.
That would be quick. Adams, I'm sorry.
Bro, I will be here. We'll be here. Pius,
I know
might be
you have faith.
I might be handing you the league. Pius. Bro.
Chooks, have you forgotten how Chelsea went to the Etihad? Don't rule those guys out.
Bro, who else?
Listen, guys, listen.
They're whining Adams and he's dancing.
Guys,
bro,
listen.
We'll be here.
Guys, listen. We were here last year when Chelsea went to the Emirates.
No, that was
not
different.
pretty.
That was different though. That was different.
It was very. You were in the same 11th place.
No. That was different.
The only difference is
we didn't beat Spurs 4-1 last season at the London Stadium. We didn't do that. We didn't get to the Carabao Cup final last season.
The London Stadium. Put some respect on my stadium first of all. Call it by its rightful. No. I'm not taking this disrespect. The London Stadium. Do you know who plays at the London Stadium?
West Ham, right?
Yeah. What did Mourinho say? Respect. Okay.
But we might have a thing or two to say about the
Adams, you know what?
the Emirates game.
Let Chooks be confident, let him be overconfident.
Yeah. Like, we just watch. We just
see them. See them. Aki and Popo. Look at them.
Don't worry, you guys.
Not that. See Chelsea. That Chelsea game. Like the Tottenham game, the C game, that's like when you go to church, when you're giving tithes, you're going to pay a lot of money. Those are tithe games. People are that first general offering collection, the one where you and you put in the bowl. Don't try to make that game seem more important than it is.
Okay, we'll be here.
You guys are just
Chelsea do have a history of trying to spoil when.
That
team specifically are going for the league.
That room, man. That's Chelsea on that room.
But that was also a Chelsea that had a sleeping giant.
No.
Eden Hazard. Hold on. Eden Hazard ain't walking through them doors. He's 33 years old, hanging his effigy in
okay. I hope you saw what Modric did today. Bro, Modric he's coming back to the Emirates to let you know what you missed out on.
Well, Modric is my guy, and all of a sudden now you're claiming, wow, this Adams guy, a scammer.
He's coming to show you, David Raya.
All I know is this was the same thing I heard from Adams before Jota used them to make their hands go different. I was telling you, I'll just
But you know what? Realistically, to tie it up, right? I think Arsenal on paper probably do have the more difficult fixtures because the Etihad game is a home game for City, and Arsenal's record at the Etihad is very, very, very scarily bad. But besides that, I think it's nip and tuck between City and Arsenal for who has the harder schedule. Honestly, this game against Liverpool was the first time I was officially worried about Man City. I was like, oh boy, because I have a side bet with a guy in my group chat about City winning the league. I took City against the field. I'll be so honest with you, the Brentford struggles, the drop points to Chelsea. I was just like, they'll be fine. They're okay. This is City. We know who City are. They're gonna write off 14, 15 wins in a row. This Liverpool game, I couldn't. When they say copium, I tried to take a hit of my copium, finished, nothing left in the tank. I said, what did I just see on that pitch? You had Foden, you had KDB, you had Haaland, you had the option of Diaz. He was benched, which Adams, we're gonna come back to my agenda on Diaz because I tried to tell you about that guy at the start of the season.
What did I open up with? I said Van Dijk, bro. Yo, Van Dijk,
Thank you. Different level.
Yeah.
Right. So you had a fully fit team, Stones playing his best. You even got the first goal. And honestly, Liverpool were far and away the better team. They were far and away the better team with a very inferior lineup. That was scary to see. Not only did Pep wave the white flag, he tapped out, he begged for mercy, he laid down and said, Just get me out of here with anything. And whatever you want to say about the penalty, I don't think it was a penalty, but they escaped by the skin of their teeth. I think Luis Diaz let them off the hook. But that was scary. And I can't sit here and say I'm confident in Man City winning this league. And that's the first time that I felt that way in probably since they were obviously out of it the year that Liverpool won it in the pandemic league title. And that's scary. Last season, I never felt for 1 second that they weren't going to win it. This season, I never felt for 1 second that they weren't going to win it until 90 minutes at Anfield. And I was like, yeah, I don't know about these guys. I'm starting to see what people are saying. I don't think they have the same characters with a Gundogan and a Mahrez and a Code.
Hey, they're missing a key ingredient, bro.
I think they missed the influence of Code Palmer on the bench. Something about looking back and seeing that albino brother will just inspire you. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I think right now I'm leaning towards Liverpool winning the league. Very, very unfortunate. And that's probably just my copium, hoping that Arsenal don't win it. But yeah, it's going to be exciting, and it's definitely going to come down to the final days.
Absolutely. And I think I saw a post where they said Tottenham have all three teams to play, and it's looking like
and it's going to be back to back as well.
Yeah, back to back.
Ooh.
So hear me out. If we win all three, we're in the race. Just like I told you guys.
I bet next.
Just like I told you guys.
Next segment.
Hey, what did I say? Little horse. Little horse. So you're saying there's a chance.
Okay. All right. So, finally, before we leave the title talk, right? So some final two questions for you guys to answer, right? Okay, so it's just going to be what do you think? Which of these options is most likely to happen, right? So I just kind of remembered City still have a chance of the treble. Liverpool are still with a chance of a quadruple. So let me ask you guys, City treble or Liverpool quadruple, which is most likely going to happen?
None of them is happening, bro. None.
I mean, the treble is very, very much possible. I think the Champions League is definitely there for the taking. Having watched Real Madrid play, I mean, let's be honest, Leipzig gave them everything they wanted at the Bernabeu. So I'm like, am I looking at Real Madrid as a juggernaut? Not right now. When they get Mbappe, of course they are. Bayern scraped. I mean, they looked much better in the reverse leg against Lazio, but it's Lazio. Guendouzi is the inspirational leader. Come on, it's Lazio. and we can say they've looked shaky all season. So Champions League is wide open. It's wide open. If anything, I think Xabi Alonso might have something to say about your quadruple. Yeah, still yet to lose a game in all competitions.
Chelsea might have something to say about your quadruple as well.
Oh Lord!
Yeah,
what, bro? Leicester is.
They beat you with Bobby Clark. Do you really want to see that man pull up with Salah and Trent?
Bro, it's a final, man. Oh, we might even meet in the semi-final ourselves. So
yeah, in the
semis. You never know. So you never know.
I mean, United have something to say about this quadruple. Yeah. So you never know. I don't think you beat them in both games.
Of course. Oh yeah, of course. And it's still
and I think if you beat them in the cup game, that spells doom.
Yeah.
Because I think they'll snatch something at Old Trafford. They just will.
Yeah. I think yeah. Because
are both games away, or is the cup game at Anfield?
Both games are at Old Trafford. So the FA Cup.
Yeah. You're not beating them twice at Old Trafford. I'm putting my whole. I'm saying it right now. You're not beating them twice at Old Trafford.
Yeah, that's one of
no way. No way.
Guess who's the most likely to have something to say about everything? No. It's Arsenal.
Yeah.
Arsenal are not in the FA Cup.
They're in the Champions League. They can stop.
But they're not in the FA Cup.
Oh yeah, they're not in the FA Cup. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, of course.
I mean, I don't think Arsenal will be seeing City until the later stages, anyways. There's only two English teams left. They're not gonna draw them against each other.
After the round of 16. You know, you can get anybody.
Yeah,
It
you
doesn't
can
matter.
get anybody.
You can't,
Bro,
but like, there's only two English teams
I
left. It's
actually
very
want
rare.
Arsenal versus City, please.
I mean, oh, you
UEFA,
went,
please.
you went here earlier. So what me I want is I want a juggernaut the next this
But
quarter.
you will. There's only juggernauts left.
Yeah,
There's only, if you get past Porto, I think the only decent team that you can say is left in is
Dortmund.
Dortmund.
Bro, I want PSG. Mbappe, come to the Emirates. Let's cheer for you. Come home.
I don't know if you guys saw, but when Crystal Palace came to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium 2 weeks ago, right? Apparently, Eberechi Eze, they gave him like a box seat. They housed his whole family. I was like, can you do that? Imagine Mbappe at the Emirates. They might rent out a whole floor. They're gonna have number 14 hanging.
Henry snatch it from Nketiah's back.
Quickly.
They'll have it on a hanger, just sitting. Oh man!
Come. We need the big, because it can work to your favor. Imagine you knock out someone a big team like that.
But if that happens, if Mbappe goes to Arsenal, we're done, bro.
I know. I think that makes the league very exciting.
That's not happening, bro. There's no which, bro.
Guys,
that can never. That should.
No,
never
it won't happen.
Yeah, it won't happen.
It's just, honestly, I'm not even saying that just for Arsenal, because I think if he's going to go to an English team, I think Arsenal actually probably have the best chance.
I mean, he has.
I don't think City will go for him.
No,
but for me, I just don't think he's going to a British club. That's
he's not.
Those,
he's not going. Those
level of talents don't come here. It's just that simple. They don't.
He's not.
They never do. Historically, they just don't.
Adam doesn't even want to dream.
Yeah, it's not. It's not even possible. Like, you guys are just.
Guys are about to sign Boniface.
That's Liverpool. Liverpool are signing Boniface.
You like?
You know what? I don't like how we're putting some disrespect on Victor's name. Like, come on, let's relax. Let's relax a bit.
Guess who you guys are going to sign? Take a wild guess.
I know that Victor.
We don't want to.
Arsenal is linked to all the Victors in the world. Victor Gyökeres, Victor Osimhen, Victor Boniface.
I won't lie.
Victor Moses.
If Osimhen comes here, I'm not celebrating any goal he scores.
Can we write that down? We have that on tape. We have that on tape.
I'm not celebrating no goal. The guy should go to tape.
We have that on tape.
The guy should go to Chelsea.
Absolute cap.
Nah,
the way that Mikel Obi guy has been talking about Osimhen and Chelsea.
But
now,
you know how these things work, bro. I think it was probably worse for Modric. He still ended up here, so there's still every chance that he can come to Arsenal.
We just need Mbappe. Mbappe is the only player I want.
All right, guys, let's
see his teeth. The greed. The greed, man. The greed in the son of man. You would like BCM Punk, man. Hold that.
All right, guys, let's move on to the top 4 battle in the Premier League. We saw a very
what battle?
We saw
what battle?
Bro, I can't be hyped about a top four place, bro.
No. I'm saying it's not a battle.
Oh, okay.
You don't go to somebody's ground and drop 4 on their head and say so. It's not a battle. Those guys are not. Get those guys out of here, man. What did Roman Reigns say? Get this bum out of here, man. Get this bum out of here.
Hold on, come on. So we saw Tottenham go to Villa Park, Aston Villa, and dismantle them 4-0. I watched the game, and you know what? I just felt like the Tottenham didn't. For me, I wasn't so impressed. Why I say so is that the first goal and I think the second goal were just like individual mistakes from Aston Villa. There wasn't any sort of like brilliance, and then Tottenham breaking down Aston Villa. It was just up until that point, Tottenham kind of like.
What was the mistake for the first goal? I'm just curious. Maybe my ball knowledge is bad.
Was it the first goal?
That's right.
Okay.
He made it up. He made it up. It's the bias. It was in your glasses. It was no mistake. It was. The second goal was a mistake. We pressed them into a mistake. The first goal was just
was a good
The first goal was just a classic goal.
Upside to James Madison. Yeah, it was a good goal.
Yeah.
It was a good goal. But
See,
in terms of like
Pius was hate watching for sure.
But why though? Why do you care about Aston Villa versus Spurs?
Ever since Luis Diaz offsides, man, they've had it in for us.
Oh,
They know that by now they will be clear at the top, possibly invincible. It's hurting. I know.
but fine. So yeah, Tottenham find they were able to win the game, but they're still 2 points behind Aston Villa. Though they have a game in hand, and like I was telling Adams, Chelsea versus Tottenham is that game in hand. So is it really a game in hand for Tottenham? We'll see. So Uzo,
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not looking forward to going to Stamford Bridge. I've already said that. The only game that scares me that's left on our schedule, besides the Anfield game, is the Chelsea game. I'm not scared of City at our ground because they have a horrible record.
I'm scared of Arsenal.
I'm not scared of Arsenal at our ground because they also have a bad record, even though they won last year. But after the last year win, before that, you can ask choose. They don't win at our ground. Even when we're terrible, they don't win at our ground. It's just something about the NLD. We try to protect each other's homes. If they beat us back-to-back years at our ground, then that means they're serious, even more serious than Invincibles.
Now, Derby games, I was like, even the
he knows. It's not about form. I'm not even saying that from a cocky thing. It's just like it's going to be a nasty game.
That's how I told you about Spurs.
The only derby that is not serious is Arsenal Chelsea win. When last you guys a win? That's not Chelsea derby.
Bro, you need to respect you and don't you and Uzo can continue talking about the London derbies and whatever. I stay out of it. I'm not even.
The last time Chelsea won a derby against Arsenal was signing Mudryk, and that involved Ojo.
I stay out of it. I don't discuss with you. When the Londoners, I talk to guys from Anfield. I talk to guys from Manchester. I'm not really involved with the whole London thing.
Okay. So Uzo, give us your thoughts on Tottenham and how confident are you in Tottenham securing a top 4 position?
Yeah. So, like you mentioned, the game in hand is not exactly the most favorable game for us. I think obviously we're going to be more desperate than Chelsea. Because we have way more to play for. I think that they're still, I don't know. It's gonna be a weird game. But the good thing is we don't have to play that game right away, right? So it's a game in hand, but also technically we're kicking that bucket down the road. Villa is still in Europe, even though they're kind of struggling right now with Ajax, who aren't good. Villa in Europe, I think, is going to hurt them. We already saw it hurt them. Like this game. You were right to say you're not impressed because let's be real, that's Villa at not their best.
Yeah,
they were coming off of a grueling midweek game. You can see like the setup was self-preservation. Yeah, Emery was just trying to get out of there with a draw and just push the race down. But we took advantage of that in the same way when we played Newcastle. They were decimated with injuries. We took advantage of that and we executed. And from a Spurs fan's perspective, I'm excited. I draw confidence from that because that's what we should be doing to teams like that. And I've seen us struggle when teams sit in and don't give us space to play in behind. So it was nice that we were able to still catch them on the break while they were trying to be self-preservative. But I'm looking at Villa more so. I think they're going to drop a lot more points because they're in Europe, because they don't have the squad to just go the entire length of the season, play multiple competitions. I think that we have 3 easy games. I'm saying that, God, please. Because I think we have Fulham, we have Luton, and we have another easy game that's coming up.
Luton where?
Sheffield United?
No. Luton are coming to us. We already beat them at their place. Listen, we don't struggle against bums. We beat them with 10 men as well. You're not good, Adams. You're not. Don't be piping up Luton where. It doesn't matter where we catch them guys. Their food.
I actually fear for Luton because Luton have to go to the Emirates. They have to go to the Etihad.
Listen, they're gonna go down with a fight, but they're gonna go down. I will put some respect on their name because they're obviously not as bad as I made them out to be. Yeah. But like let's be real now, and I think it's looking very, very bad for them.
Yeah.
Although if every team keep playing like the way they played against United, then I don't think they have much of a future here either. Which is pretty surprising. But yeah, our next few fixtures are a bit more encouraging. And so I think that if we get 9 points out of the next 9, okay, so we have West Ham, and then we have Forest, and then we have Newcastle. So honestly, all 5 of those games are winnable, right? Winnable games. Newcastle is at St. James Park, so boy, but it is winnable. In the current state that they're in, it's winnable. If we do 15 out of 15, top 4 will be done, in my opinion. Because right after that, we go into our nasty stretch of City, Arsenal, Liverpool, possibly Chelsea getting rescheduled in the midst of all that. So we can go on a horrible stretch. So we need to be aiming to get minimum 12, 13 out of 15. But we're peaking at the right time. We're getting guys back. We're healthy. The players seem to be taking on the instructions of the manager more. So I'm confident that the next 4 or 5 games we can come out with wins. And right now I'm very confident for top 4. Just haven't seen again, I told fans before the Villa game, I'm like, we're gonna destroy Villa. I'm like, I'm not scared of Villa. They're like, oh, it's arrogant. I'm like, no, I've seen the way they play. I saw the way they played at United. I saw the way they played at Luton. I'm like, no. I'm not convinced that these guys, they're not Newcastle of last season that knew how to get through games, that knew how to manage. You don't do that at United. Both games against United, they should have won, threw it away. The game against Luton, they narrowly got out there with a win after throwing away a 2-goal lead. So that's not convincing. That's not convincing for me. I think we have just a little bit more than them. We're also only playing 1 game a week. We literally have no other competitions from now to the end of the season. Yeah. Every focus is on the next week, in the next week, in the next week. So I think that gives us a huge advantage. Of course, United have completely I told you guys, there was nothing there. United have removed themselves from the race. So I think it's between us and Villa, and I back us tremendously. Obviously, when we get past that bad stretch, we end the season with relatively easy games. So I think when the race gets really thick, we're going to be the ones like, okay, we've got maybe this guy next, and we've got maybe like mid-table teams that have nothing to play for. That's what we're going to be playing. So, I'm excited. Bring it on. It's been a long 19 months since we had anything to play for. So it's nice. It's nice to at least be going to the end of the season and feeling like you can accomplish something. I know not everyone on the panel can relate to that. So
I was watching when I was watching the Aston Villa Tottenham game, right? There was this statistic that the commentator brought, right? So he mentioned that the total number of games Tottenham can play this season right now is 41. Aston Villa were currently playing their 41st game against Tottenham. So you can see that there is
that Conference League schedule is brutal. Like, it's worse than anything else. It's only going to get worse with the new league thing. Adam, you say you want Conference League? You will start seeing the likes of, what's that guy? Chooks, Tyreek, whatever that guy. You're going to start seeing those NPCs.
They need to play.
Saturday, get ready to wear your boots.
If
you go to Conference League, you're going to play 50 games by December.
Bro, give us conference, man.
Because you got to play like a qualifiers before you even get in. They're leggy. Villa are very leggy, so I don't know. It's looking very peak for them.
And those guys are coming to the Emirates. I can't wait.
Villa, please. If you've done nothing for me,
I can't
handle business. That's also going to be a revenge game because they beat you guys at their ground.
I can't wait.
And I think they don't have John McGinn for the next 3 games.
Yeah, we played.
I don't know. It can look really peak, man.
Same way. It so happened to Newcastle. I told you on the podcast.
Yeah.
You know how you hold lamb chop like this? That's what happened to Villa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, listen, right. I need it, man. I need it.
So speaking of the Conference League, let's move our attention.
What's that? Are we in the Conference League?
Next year.
Adams that was just praying for Conference League is now turning his nose up. This line.
You can't disrespect us like that, man.
So,
1 win against Newcastle and now you're above the Conference League.
I was looking at the Premier League table, right? So Chelsea defeated Newcastle 3-2 tonight, and they're like 5 points away from a Conference League spot. So it's still achievable for Chelsea. I
think they can get it. I think right now Chelsea's going to be the most dangerous team in the league because
I'm looking at the table now. Chelsea
nothing to play for.
39 points. West Ham 7 to 43 points, just 4 points with 10 games to go. So
And West Ham are trending downwards.
Yeah.
Trending downwards badly. They should have lost that game to Burnley, but Burnley is Burnley. Yeah.
So sorry. The Adams, I just wanted to get your view on Chelsea. So the game tonight and Chelsea's expectation for the remainder of the season, right? With the Conference League position and possibly the FA Cup, you guys are still there, you could still win it. An FA Cup triumph, spell a good season for Chelsea.
I mean, it's hard to say. I don't think we can get our season can be good from here.
FA Cup in 6, you can that can be good. I think you can still catch United as well.
But that's not happening. But
what's the? Let me keep going.
No, I don't think they're like 8 points behind United. But they have a game in hand, though, so you never see.
8 points with a game in hand is 5 points.
Bro, this team. I told you guys about this team, man. Like nothing really excites me. I'm looking
Adams, does United have to come to the bridge still?
Yeah,
yes,
they do.
United have to come to the bridge, yes.
Yeah.
What?
They do. I'm not
Adams.
Look,
I need you to get some chest.
Nah,
Adams,
bro.
Hold on. Let's set the stage because you can't get away with this. You're 5 points. Well, you're 8 points with a game in hand and a 6-pointer with United.
Bro, have you seen our coach?
That can turn into 2 points.
Bro, have you seen our coach? Like I have no confidence whatsoever in this team. What was that?
Man.
Before I was saying like Manchester United, they're not a good team, bro. We're so much. I thought we're so much better than them, but now, like, there's nothing you can tell me. Manchester United are way better than us, and even the game at the bridge, yes,
way better.
Yeah, they're way better than us, bro.
I think you beat them at the bridge.
Someone that wants to decide title.
No. That's a one-off. It's a one-off game. That's a one-off game.
And that was the definition. Another definition of the successful season is him being the one to find the team manager.
That's a one-off game. That's a final. The one versus Arsenal is like
I saw your tweet about De Zerbi. Okay.
But every time I see on my tier, he's scouting coach. When will I see a thread on Egbafo?
It's coming. But bro, man, like I said, man, I'm just looking out for some of the performances for some of the players. I'm not this coach, like, I don't know, man. I don't see the future with him. I don't think you guys talk about the other issues that we have with the team, the age, the experience, the lack of structure, the type of players we're signing. But still, this coach is not just the guy. He's not just the guy to take us anywhere. So I'm not convinced. You saw today, if you watch the game today, like, first half, it was just crazy. Like, we scored first, and after that, we had no idea whatsoever to do. We just gave the ball to Newcastle. We couldn't even press them. And this Newcastle are not good. They're not good. This is not a good Newcastle team. Like, they came and we let them score 2 goals. It was just, the first goal was the funniest thing I've ever seen, bro. Mistakes from Chaloba, mistakes from Gusto. Like, it was just a comedy of errors. Like I said, man, I'm just looking out for the players, man. I'm looking at guys like Palmer, Gusto, and Modric, and I'm taking bits and pieces from there. And Palmer, what a player Palmer is. He's starting to feel like a leader. He's starting to feel like a leader. I'm looking at his demeanor. I'm not just looking at the way he's playing. He's demanding a lot more from guys. He's yelling at guys like Sterling. Come on. Like, what's going on here? Like, this is a guy that just turned pro when probably two seasons ago. And yeah.
Raheem Sterling, man, you need to speak on that guy, man. He's a disgrace, bro. He's an embarrassment to the sport, man. I'm sorry.
I have no words for him, bro. I have no words for him.
He's a disgrace. I'm sorry.
Look,
I'm so sorry.
Nah, man.
He's an embarrassment. The thing is, like, I've always been a staunch defender of Sterling. Like,
I have to.
You know what I mean? All of the racial targeting with, like, how he spends his money, buying his mom a home, etc. That was out of bounds. As a player, I've always had my reservations. Awful finisher in the clutch. But this new version of him, the selfish, entitled, not giving a crap.
I don't get it. Like, and he keeps
playing. It's the worst version of a player I've ever seen in my life. And you guys
want me to believe in this coach? Like, everybody that has eyes can see that this guy is a cancer to the team. Like, he comes on the team.
Bad. He's bad.
He doesn't care. He's just walking around. He's not pressing. Like and he's supposed to be the most experienced attacker we have.
Highest paid as well.
And we
How
have
much is he on?
300.
He's like on 300K.
I don't even like to talk about players. I don't like to talk about their money. I don't care how much you earn. I just, bro, once you put
No,
on
but
that,
at the bare minimum, if you're listen, if I'm waking up every weekend and 300 bags is entering my account, why am I not running on the pitch?
bro.
I truly don't understand.
Okay, he's not running on the pitch, but why is he playing? Why is he playing?
I agree.
We have a potential global superstar, like you guys say. We have Modric that could explode to be something that this sport has never seen, according to you guys, and you still keep benching him. Okay, let's even say you don't like to play Modric. There are other options that you can try out there, and this guy keeps playing Sterling game after game. I don't get what he's trying to achieve, man. I don't understand.
Yeah, I think the Sterling one, like, that's a very valid criticism. I think maybe it's absence of experience, but honestly, the experience that he's bringing to the pitch is worthless. If that's how he's going to be playing, then it's like, what even is the point?
You guys,
I was watching him today, and like, I'm not a Chelsea fan. I was getting angry. I'm like, nah, I couldn't even imagine. Like, the selfishness to not lay the ball off for Palmer there was like,
and this is
it's not the first time.
This is not the first
it's
time.
Not the second
That's the
time.
thing. This is not the first time. Like, he doesn't
No
care.
way.
You can see that he doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to be there. He doesn't care.
Yeah, you guys messed up selling Havertz. They've changed your team. But he's here.
Havertz, like, what is Havertz doing in this team? What do you think Havertz can do in this team?
Havertz
is not doing any. What? Bro,
speak to me on Kai Havertz. You were not here at the beginning. Talk to me.
But Arsenal
he's
fans
going
are
to go in that London stadium in April.
You know, you think about
London Stadium.
The thing about Havertz is, you guys are acting like, bro, this guy had the biggest moment of his career here at Chelsea, bro. What can top scoring in the Champions League final?
You'll soon find out.
Winner versus Brentford. Come on.
I won't spoil it for you, but you'll soon find out.
But to be fair, I think he has added something different to your team. I wouldn't call him a £65 million signing, but what he has brought, is exactly what Arsenal need at this moment, and he's finding his place in Arsenal. They are showing him the love,
bro. The confidence he has right now.
But I feel like you guys are blowing it out of proportion, though. Like,
why not? When he was in that Chelsea side, he was shy. Look at him now, very expressive.
You say he was shy.
Very, very expressive footballer. Talk to me. Don't shake your head. Talk to me about Kai Havertz.
Chooks, you're doing that thing again, man.
So
many heroes at Arsenal right now are carrying that club and putting the club on their back. And they're all getting outshined. They're all getting outshined by an autistic Bola that everyone just wants everybody to love.
We're
okay. We're okay.
We're
okay.
I'm Ben White.
You can't force us to love this guy, bro. We don't love him. We've seen the guy score a Champions League final winning goal. We don't care. He's still a bad player. I don't care what anybody says. He's not a good player.
Don't worry.
Anybody. We saw Xhaka thrive in that role. We've seen ESR thrive in that role. Even when he was eating double burger, like Lee Gunner said, he was thriving in that role. Listen. The late winners have been good. I'm gonna fess up and say, like, okay, like, that's proving your value. But honestly, some of the other things that he gets praised for, the weird thing that tacticals are doing now, where it's a litmus test of your ball knowledge. If you don't rate Kai Havertz, give me a break, bro. Give me a break. The real personalities on that team that define the essence of the team, the aura, the fear factor that the team brings. He's nowhere near any of those guys.
I think you're missing the
guys
point,
like
though.
Gabriel, guys like Saliba, guys like Odegaard, guys like Saka, guys that step on the pitch and inspire fear. Declan Rice. Nobody's looking at Havertz as any one of those inspirational guys.
I think there's context to that. It was a signing that nobody expected to happen. and they got a lot of stick for it. And even their fans question him, right? So to see him get some wins, like be useful to the team, is what is getting them excited.
This is good for football. As
All I'm saying is, once upon a time, 65 million got you
That's
a
what I'm
lot
saying.
more than
He's
single
not.
digit
He's
goals,
not
man.
what
But
65.
it is what it is, man.
He's not what
It
he
is
has
what it
done.
is.
Yeah, what he has done so far. Is not
how
what
much did you pay for this person, Zobo? How much did you
Well, Zoboslai doesn't play as a 9.
No.
This guy's playing as a 9 and giving you a goal every.
He plays 9, 8, sometimes 10. Swiss Army 9.
He's played at a
That's what
9
we call
for the
him.
last 3 games that he's so-calledly on a scoring streak.
He's
a 9.
He has scored BCM Pong, Gabriel Jesus.
So now he's a better player than Jesus.
He has outscored BCM Pong, Gabriel Jesus. You say, I don't like to score goals. I generate football. Gabriel Jesus, your SIM card has sports. There's nothing in that phone again. He's using.
Wait.
Gabriel
Is
Jesus
this
is calling people with SPN.
Is this Nketiah celebration or Jesus?
Both of them are bad. So no wonder they say the same celebration. This is what we're doing now in the fan base. This is all we know.
You see what Arsenal fans do, bro? They forget who made them challenge last year. This is the same BCM Pong that everyone was begging to be fit for Porto.
No, we don't need it. We need Kai. Big game Kai.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Right.
If Jesus starts tomorrow, we're going to lose that game.
Wow.
Okay. All right, guys. Just to follow up on that, right, guys. So I think because of time, we're coming towards the end of the pod this week. So to follow up on that, right? So Champions League, Arsenal host Porto, 1-0 down from the first leg. I think we've all spoken about it and we've all said that it's going to be an Arsenal victory. So Arsenal is overturning that deficit and going to make it to the. Does anybody have a contrary opinion?
Pius, there's a hint of contrary in your voice.
No.
I know you want to find out to know deep down.
No,
You are expecting Porto to cook and we're going.
No. You know, Pius wants you guys to go on a run in Champions League.
Thank you. Yeah. I want you guys to face Madrid, PSG, Bayern. Show them what you're made of. Come on, Arsenal. Come on. Go for Champions League.
Can they sandwich a Madrid game between the Chelsea game and Emirates?
Adams. Well, we're going to use.
Nah, Adams is so shameless, bro. Can you imagine? Can you imagine Arteta writing on this board? So first we have Camavinga and Vinicius.
Don't
Gusto. Malo Gusto.
Don't disrespect.
Malo Gusto. I'm so worried.
Okay.
Shivers.
We'll see. We'll be here, Pius. We'll be here.
The thing is, Adams, I thought you were gonna say sandwich it in between, like, City and NLD or something like that. Like, come on, Chelsea, bro.
Okay.
But honestly,
Chelsea.
Honestly, I thought that Porto could go through in the second round. Like after the first leg, I was like, you know what? The way Porto set up, they can frustrate Arsenal. They can whoop-de-woo, blah, 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 right? But after the comments that their manager made, it's a foregone conclusion, bro. Because I just don't think you celebrate halfway like that. Is always a bad precedent in football. Yeah. Like you will get humbled. You just will. And if we know anything about the new Arsenal and Arteta, he has a revenge kink. He has a revenge kink.
Yeah.
Anytime he gets the chance to get one back over on you, he will sell his soul. I won't be surprised if he rocks up there with 2 strikers and 4 cams. He's going to do anything. I won't be surprised if sometime during the second half, if it's still 1-0 and a deficit, I won't be surprised if you see Fabio Vieira, ESR, Kai Havertz, and Odegaard on at the same time with BCM playing in front of them. I won't be surprised. He's going to do anything he can to win that game. And I just think the Emirates crowd right now, I don't know, man.
Bro.
Poor Pepe at 39. They've signed him up for a battle that his legs would not be able to.
Do you see how Arsenal starts games these days? From the first, bro.
Yeah, they're in your face. And honestly, this is like with my Spurs bias as well. I need Arsenal to win. what's happening to Brighton and Villa? This coefficient, we need that 5th place just in case things don't go the way of Big Ange. You know what I mean? Like, just having that safety net of a 5th Champions League spot, I think, like, you would be crazy not to root for that at least. Like, do I want them to win the Champions League? Of course not. But I need us to keep getting those coefficient points up. Like, them dropping out in the round of 16, Brighton getting smothered by Roma, Villa getting crushed by Ajax. That would be very, very bad for the British pyramid. It would be very, very bad.
I agree.
Considering United finished at the bottom of their group, Newcastle got dumped out. Now we will be in the mud as a league if Arsenal don't turn that around. We'll be in the absolute mud. So I need them to wake up, man.
Yeah, I think maybe during the next pod, sometime next week, I think we also need to discuss the new Champions League format. I've seen some guys say, "Oh, it's a wonderful." Oh, some people have said, "Oh, it's like Super League in disguise," and all
pretty
that.
Much.
We'll discuss that
pretty much
for next week. There's just one more fixture that I want us to talk about, that Champions League that is coming up, right? Inter Milan versus Atletico. It's still very tight. So Inter Milan are leading 1-0 from the first leg.
1-0.
But they go to Atletico for the second leg. Do you we know right now that Inter are like 15 points ahead in Serie A. Atletico Madrid are like languishing in La Liga.
I don't know if you've seen Inter's recent form as well, Pius. My word.
Yeah. They've been very good.
I've never seen that much green.
So are you saying it's like a straight Inter Milan win? Like
No. I just think it's going to be a really, really good game. If you're a football purist, like if you're a man of tactical nous, you want to be watching that. Come on. That Inzaghi, Simeone, 1 goal difference. That's the stuff of dreams. For if you grew up with thousands ball like me, that's the stuff of dreams. You already know what you're going to. Crunching tackles, nobody giving an inch. I think it's going to be a very, very, very great watch.
Absolutely.
For sure.
But you tip Inter to go through?
No, because it's Atleti's home. I don't, and I think Atleti have more pedigree in this league, in the Champions League, than Inter do. And I also think Atleti are very dangerous. People are forgetting, like, they're having a fantastic season in the Champions League. Forget the league. They're having a great run in the Champions League. So I think if they can get an early goal, or if they can keep it tight until the 60th, 70th minute, I can see this going to penalties. That's how close I think it is. So now if Inter go in there and dominate them, then I think we now have to start talking about Inter as actual contenders for the Champions League.
Okay. All right, guys. So before we end the pod today, I just have a few questions for you guys, just to test your knowledge on the Premier League, to test your knowledge on your team. I know we've not done this quiz section for a while. It's been absent, but I just thought I'd bring it back. Let's bring back that competition between the guys. Let's test your Premier League knowledge. Okay, so I think I just have like 3 questions, right? So it's just Premier League records, right? So basically, how well do you know your team's records or Premier League records in general, right? So there's this interesting record I've seen, right? So Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal, Liverpool, there's a record that they all share, right? So they've gone, all those teams I've mentioned, they've gone a whole season at home without losing. So let me start with Adams. Like, can you name the season that Chelsea went the whole season without losing at home? 10 seconds. No time.
0506.
0506. Correct, yes. And what's the other season?
Oh, it's more than one?
Yes, it's more than one.
Oh, really? I think
it was the very next season as well, right?
Maybe, 07 or 08.
So just 0506. So we have...
I didn't know I was supposed to... Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm so... Okay, we have 0405, 0607, 708, and then 40.
Yeah.
Wait. So they've done it 4 times?
4 times?
Yeah.
No, that's a madness. And I'm guessing like 3 of those were Mourinho, right?
Yeah. Mourinho was 0506.
Were him.
3 of them were him. Freaking hell. That guy, man. That guy is a menace.
Arsenal.
I
Come
mean,
on,
obviously,
that's easy.
0304.
Sorry.
0304.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
And what else? 5, 4, 3,
Maybe
2, 1.
0708.
Correct. 07. So
Okay.
you gave me two. Give me 0304, 0708. Okay. Chooks, Tottenham.
You said Chooks or Uzo?
Sorry, Uzo.
Uzo.
Sorry. Uzo
Yeah,
Tottenham.
it was.
Don't check.
I think. No, I'm not checking. I'm very bad with like the 17, 18. 17,
Yeah,
18.
16, 17.
Yeah,
Sorry.
to get 17. No,
That's what I meant to say. No, because like, is it the year that it ends? Like, I know it was the year that we pushed
Yeah, it was 16, 17.
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
16, 17. No. I'm gonna concede, but that's really what I meant. I was saying I'm bad with the year before the year, like
Oh,
whatever. It's
that's fine.
but it was the year we contended with Chelsea for the title. Am I right?
Yes, I think so. Yes, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
But
because Leicester won the league in 16, so that was 15, 16. That's what I'm whatever.
yeah,
Whatever. It tripped me up.
Leicester won it in 15, 16.
Yeah. That's what always trips me up is like the preceding of the whatever.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
I'm used to losing these anyways, but I knew it. Spurs fans out there, just know that I knew it. I just got tripped up.
My God.
We
Okay.
calling me no fake fan.
Okay. So then another start here is the Premier League team with the most Premier League away wins in a season. What team is that?
Away wins. Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, Man United, Ole Gunnar.
Man U.
It's not Man U.
No.
Oh no, they went undefeated away.
Man City.
Man City 17.
Yeah.
Man City most Premier League away wins in a season.
I didn't know that. I just
No, but I mean it has to be
I
City.
was thinking about undefeated. I know only
They were undefeated. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
the first one to go undefeated an entire season. That's still so crazy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I've been telling people for a while, like history is going to be so kind to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, man. It's going to be so kind because even honestly, he left before he could complete a bad season. So like, even that bad season won't be on his record. You're just gonna look back and be like, wait, second, third, most of the way. Okay, this guy must have been the GOAT manager.
Wait till you watch them play.
Okay, so the current scores are Adams with 2 points, Chooks with 2 points. Uzo.
I was like 2. How do I have
0.
2?
So
I got 1. Oh yeah.
So you got 1. So it's 2 apiece between you and Chooks. Uzo, no points, so you're out. So the decider.
Wait, why does Chooks have to? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I got it.
So the decider now is so.
But I have no points. Give me at least a half point. You knew what I meant.
Okay, half point. I'll give you half point.
I can't just be going out here like Sheffield United, you know.
We'll give you something. All right. Okay. So the final question. There are 2 teams. The 2 teams with the fewest away wins in a season.
Away wins. It has to be Derby and Sheffield. Derby and
Adams, I'm going to give you Derby, but it's not Sheffield. So what's the other team?
The other team is going to be
What's the other? Sorry?
Blackpool.
No.
Okay, wait.
Sunderland.
Wait. Give me the
Yeah,
Adams.
yeah, go the bad EPL teams, man.
I was about to give you a clue, but sorry, man. Adam just got the answer right.
Yeah, Sunderland are terrible.
I started saying all those names: Blackburn, Bolton, everybody that's been relegated, Wigan.
It's only fair. Adams knows he's in that. He's fighting with those guys. I'm not upset.
Nice one.
I'm not upset.
Adams has to be aware of his enemies.
Yeah, bro.
Nice
one. With relegation battle. That will be the next topic now. I'll be asking who can escape.
So fewest away wins in a season. Something like Derby County, we just won away win throughout the season.
Do Sheffield have an away win? I mean, that's very possible, though. Like, I don't think Sheffield will end up with any away wins this season.
I think didn't they beat Luton?
Wait, let me actually check away.
I think they beat
They have one. They didn't even have a win. Okay, they have a win.
Wait, really?
They have one away win.
Against who?
Points.
Is
I think it might have been Everton they beat, I won't be surprised. Wait, they have 3 wins on the season. I didn't know they won any games. Like hand to God, I didn't know they won any game.
Okay,
Bro,
guys.
I'm looking. Oh yeah, they beat Luton. You're right.
Yeah.
3-1.
Burnley has 1 home win. Imagine being a fan of that.
Sheffield is the first team in the Premier League history to lose 3 straight games at home by 5 goals, and they've done it. They've done it 3 different times apparently. That
Oh.
is a level of disregard for your fans that I've never seen in my life. I've never seen that in my life.
They need to make the tickets free,
Oh wow, Chelsea is 1 point away from 40 points, and they'll be safe. Adams,
You did it, Adams.
Yeah.
You did it, Adams.
yeah.
Standing ovation. Standing ovation.
All right. So guys, please don't forget to do the usual. Please like and subscribe to our videos.
Like, subscribe, help Adams find a new coach. We appreciate
have some very
all the insights.
There'll
Bro,
be a GoFundMe link in the
I need
the
all the
bottom
names.
for help save the bridge. Get Chelsea a coach that can wear suits.
I need all the
Please.
names, bro. They brought me a Spurs legend, and look what he's doing, bro. I need all the names, man.
Here you go.
I need all
Here
the
you go. He's a
names.
Southampton legend, man. He's a Southampton legend.
also be on the lookout for on our page.
Hold that.
Bro, you might be in the same shoe next season. Better don't laugh too much. Klopp is going, bro.
Little horse.
Xabi
Little
Alonso.
horse.
Xabi
All right,
Alonso
guys.
is not coming to your team.
Little horse. Remember the little horse.
You might be getting De Zerbi or
Thanks for Adams. We're done. Thanks for watching.
Little horse.
Peace out.
Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. We win every game from now to the end of the season.